Here's how I turned my God-given wisdom into a $10,000 a month digital product business in just 90 days, and how you can do it too, without spending your best years in a job that robs you of your calling, your creativity, and your connection with your family. Now, let me be bold for a moment and say something that you probably have never heard from a business coach before. You don't need to pray to prosper, because the prayer has already been answered. The blessing has already been declared. The promise is already written. Deuteronomy says in Deuteronomy 8:18, it is the Lord your God who gives you the power to create wealth. Not a paycheck, not your employer, not a job title. It's God that gives you the power. But too many people are still waiting for permission. If you're stuck in a 9-to-5, asking God for more while you're spending your best energy building someone else's dream, I need you to hear this. You were never designed to just survive on wages. You were created to multiply resources. And listen, I've been where you are. You've got wisdom, you've got life experience, you've got a heart to help people, but you don't have the strategy to turn that into income that actually frees your time and fuels your purpose. I'm going to show you how I made a shift from praying for breakthrough to building it. And I want you to understand how this shift changed my life, my family, and my finances. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to package your wisdom into a high-ticket digital product. Launch it with a simple and proven framework and build a faith-centered business that makes $10,000 a month while serving people with integrity. This might just be the belief-breaking, clarity-building, income-generating moment that you've been waiting for. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This isn't for everyone. Most of us in the church world were taught to be faithful employees, but not faithful builders. We were trained to be compliant, quiet, safe, grateful for what came our way. But here's the hard truth. Faith without strategy keeps people broke. Generosity without stewardship keeps people stuck. So, if you want to get rich quick scheme and overnight success, this is not for you. If you're not willing to be coached or challenged, if you want to stay comfortable in your 9-to-5 mindset, if you're too afraid of judgment to share your voice and story through content on social media, if you think building a business doesn't require work, faith, or consistency, then respectfully, this isn't for you. But if you're someone who feels the tug of purpose pulling you beyond the 9-to-5, knows that you've been given wisdom, experience, and ideas that can help others, and wants to build something meaningful, faith-centered, and financially free, and you're willing to be stretched, coached, and held accountable, and most of all, you desire legacy, not just income, and a business that aligns with your values, then Wise Builders was created with you in mind. For nearly 2 decades, I served as a pastor and a traveling evangelist. Every week, I poured out everything that I had for people. I taught them about faith and hope and abundance, and yet I was living paycheck to paycheck, barely surviving. It was a strange paradox. I believed in prosperity, but I could barely pay my bills. I was preaching legacy, but I didn't know how I'd provide for my family long term. I was telling others to step into purpose, but inside, I felt trapped. And in 2022, my entire world shifted. I lost my income, I lost our home, and the sense of security that I had clung to in ministry. My identity, if I'm being honest, was shaken. I had no backup plan, no resources, just a burning desire to keep going for my family and the call of God. We began to rebuild slowly, painfully. We started to put back the pieces together. And just when it seemed like we might get our footing again, I received a call on my birthday that our church building was on fire. Everything we had worked so hard to rebuild was now up in flames. Our congregation had no home. Our plans were in ashes, and I was starting and staring at the reality that the model that I had given my life to wasn't sustainable. Then in 2024, something shifted. Through what I now believe was divine intervention, I reconnected with a friend from the ministry world, someone who had transitioned into entrepreneurship. He was thriving, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, and relationally. He had margin, impact, and most importantly, he had ownership of his time and income. So I made a radical decision. With money that I didn't really have, I invested $10,000 to learn how to build a digital product business. And that one decision changed everything. I broke free from poverty thinking. I stopped waiting for someone else to support me. I embraced the truth. God is the one who gives us the power to create wealth. I took that to prayer and I heard so clearly, Mark, I've given you wisdom, build with it. And that's when I knew I couldn't wait on the church board to increase my salary. I couldn't keep hoping someone else would fund my family's future. I had to take ownership of the call on my life. And from that experience, the wisdom method was born. Now I help faith-based professionals like you, people trying to get out of that 9-to-5 grind, help them take their experience, purpose, and heart and turn their God-given wisdom into a digital product business that creates time, financial freedom, and impact. So how exactly do we do it? We use what I call the wisdom method. It's a proven framework to launch and scale a purpose-driven business in just 5 to 10 hours a week. Now, here's the issue. Most people trying to escape their 9-to-5 end up getting sucked into what I call online chaos. Digital marketers are screaming to you daily. Post daily. Hope you go viral. Build a funnel you barely understand. Sell a $27 ebook to strangers. Burn out trying to grow on platforms you don't even enjoy. Guys, that's not a business. That's digital exhaustion. It's overwhelming. And you were not called to be a slave to productivity. You were called to be a builder who knows how to multiply the resources that have been put in your brain and in your hand. So guess what? We created something simpler, more effective, more aligned with your values. We walk you step by step through the wisdom method to build a high impact, high income online business around your God-given wisdom. We help you with things like discovering your niche and message, creating premium offers that solve real problems, building a personal brand that earns trust and authority, launching without ads, burnout, or guesswork, and generate consistent income with just 5 to 10 hours a week. No tech overwhelm, no fluff, just simple, scalable, soul-aligned strategy. And here's the kicker. The business we build is not just profitable, it's freedom. Because the world needs your wisdom now more than ever. So, you don't have an ad budget? No problem. No tech background? We'll walk with you. No audience? We'll help you attract one. This isn't a course. It's a mentorship-driven community. It's spiritual, strategic, and successful. This is the new way, and it works. So let me walk you through what this actually looks like inside of Wise Builders, because transformation requires structure. We call this the 3-part process of becoming a kingdom builder, and it's built to remove confusion, get you results fast, and restore your authority to lead in the space that you're called to make an impact in. So phase 1 we call foundation, called to create. It's your first 7 days. This is where we remove the fog and uncover your core assignment. Most people get stuck here for years, not because they're not called, but because they've never been taught how to package what they carry. So in this phase, what we help you do is uncover your niche by examining your lived experience, natural wisdom, and divine calling. Then we identify who you're called to serve and what problem you solve with pinpoint clarity. Then we develop your authority framework so that people begin to see you as a solution and as the solution that they've been searching for. Then we help you dismantle old belief systems that say you're not qualified or you need to be famous to make money online. And guys, you'll also receive a one-on-one onboarding strategy call with me to personalize your exact game plan. You get 1 year of premium business software, funnels, CRM, email automations, all of that's covered, and instant access to the full wisdom training vault to begin building right away. Guys, this isn't inspiration, this is execution. We don't waste time dreaming, we build. And then phase 2 is formation, where we build the blueprint. That's over a 45-day period. In this construction zone of your digital product business, we take your calling and turn it into a tangible income generating offer. Here's what we build. First, a high converting lead magnet that attracts your ideal audience and gets them onto your email list. We give you a revenue-producing digital course built from your knowledge and designed for quick cash flow. We help you design a premium high-ticket offer that solves a bigger problem and creates consistent, scalable income. We give you all the tools, copywriting templates for every page, email, and social post, funnel walkthroughs so you don't get lost in the tech, offer positioning so your program becomes a no-brainer to your target market. And guys, this phase turns your story into a system and your wisdom into wealth. And yes, we show you how to price it correctly, overcome imposter syndrome, and launch it even if you have a small following online. And then phase 3, which is going to be your next 60 days, is what we call freedom, profit with a purpose. And now it's time to step into true stewardship. We teach you how to market your offer daily in a way that honors your values, builds authority, creates predictable sales. And you're going to learn how to create magnetic content that connects using your story, values, and results. We're going to teach you how to leverage Instagram, email, and short form content to drive traffic to your funnel. And then we're going to show you how to build a 3-part content ecosystem with reels, carousels, and story sequences that sell without selling. And we're going to teach you how to nurture leads through DMs and turn conversations into conversions without sounding slimy. And most importantly, how to do all of this in 5 to 10 hours a week so you can spend more time with your family. Not glued to your phone. Guys, you'll never again say, I don't know what to post, because this is the part where your voice becomes a weapon and your business becomes a beacon. And each week, you'll get coaching, feedback, accountability, and support to make sure you're never stuck. We don't leave builders behind. So guys, this isn't just a course. It's a complete reformation of how you think, earn, and lead in the marketplace. Let me take a moment and introduce you to a few real people just like you who were stuck, unsure, and skeptical, and now they are thriving through the Wise Builders business community. Crystal, she had amazing talent, but no clarity on how to charge for her wedding photography business. With our help, she landed her first 10K client and has never looked back since. Carrie, she was terrified to charge more than $100 for her services. And after just being in our program for a few months, was able to build a high-ticket program and sold her first 5K high-ticket offer and started booking clients back to back. Haley, she's a stay-at-home mom. She wanted to help building a business without losing her valuable time with her children. She followed some of our system and closed 9K in sales in just her first 5 weeks in the program, working during nap time and evenings. Guys, these are not influencers. They didn't have massive audiences. They didn't have teams, and none of them had it figured all out. What they had was a willingness to be coached, the courage to start before they felt ready, a commitment to finally invest in themselves inside the Wise Builders business community. And guys, inside of this community, we've helped pastors launch their first 10K offer, coaches build their first sales funnel and email list. We've helped faith-based professionals make their first $1,000 online without paid ads. Every week we celebrate wins like just booked my first 3K client, built my funnel in a single weekend with your system. We get testimonies like, hey, I hit 10K a month without leaving my full-time job. And I want your win to be the next one in our community. So let's get real. You've made it this far into the video because something inside you is stirring. You're not here by accident. You've prayed for clarity. You've asked God for wisdom, and now He's giving you a roadmap. This is your moment of decision. You've got 2 clear paths in front of you. Option 1, you can keep doing what you've always done, punch the clock at a job, especially one that leaves you unfulfilled, waste your time wondering if you missed your window, and keep praying for breakthrough while living on survival mode. Or option 2, you step into your builder era. You launch a purpose-driven business that makes $10,000 a month or more. You reclaim your time, authority, and impact. And finally, walk in alignment with the wealth-building mandate on your life. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if I invest and it doesn't work? Let me flip that. What if it does? What if this is the investment that unlocks every answer you've been waiting on? Guys, inside of Wise Builders, we're going to give you a clear blueprint. We're going to give you the tech, the tools, and the support. We're going to give you weekly coaching and accountability and the exact wisdom method that I use to go from 0 to 6 figures. This is not you joining a course. You're stepping into a movement, into a thriving community. And we only accept 10 new clients each month, and the investment increases soon. So if you're serious about making your wisdom work for you, if you're ready to stop watching others rise while you sit on the sidelines, if you want this to be the year that you break free from the 9 to 5 and build a legacy business with the Lord, I want you to book a call with me by simply clicking the link in the video description below and just pick a time that works best for you on my schedule. That's it. One decision, one message, one simple yes. Guys, let's build something that multiplies. Let's build something that frees your family. Let's build something that honors God. Let's build with wisdom.